Oh, right. Just a quick comeback, just wanted to, output this. Uh, yeah, that's the thing. Like my main goal is to now just probably going to play some music. Yeah, just the usual, I'm going to play some music. I guess I'm going to send out info that, I'm now just planning things out. Okay. And yeah, that's the thing. I'm not planning on going God knows how much. I'm just, you know, turning on the thing, project place. So I've got 2 illustrations done. Mm, project. I guess I'm going to make a project name, but it's going to be like illustrations or like project description. Yeah. So like the thing is, I've got some ideas from Hololive communities. Not necessarily, but like I've seen a lot of illustrations connected with those, with one of them, and for the second one, I did got the, I did got the thing. I did got the recommendation about this from other from the community from Hololive. What I want to do is actually going on the official server of Hololive. Of course, posting some artworks there because it's always, some kind of nice thing. I guess I'm going to post my um, link somewhere in the bio or something like that, just so when people are going to click on my profile on Discord, they're going to see that I'm actually streaming, right? But because I don't think I can self-promote on that server, but what's more importantly is that I might be able to actually just post the Twitter post account, whatever, just share the Twitter post, which is a-okay, good enough of promo. But I'm doing this not only for promo. I want what I mean, why I want to enter Hololive official server is actually because I want to be able to ask what kinds of illustrations they want to see. The question is if that's actually a thing, because I'm 100% sure that Hololive has official server, which is like, with absolutely every single person there. So that's that. And yeah, yeah. So the thing is, that I want to go with this kind of idea. Um, there's just a couple like things, Um, I guess I could go with like base also with like of the project base. So like for example, the project base is going to be like Hololive, right? So like I'm going to know the heck's going on. Mm, yeah. So like I've got first idea is Mio and Fubuki in maid outfits. Fubuki is like getting on Mio, but like um, Mio is pushed on a couch and like Fubuki is on top of her. This kind of thing. That's actually thing that people from Mio's officials, not non-official server. Yeah, Mio doesn't have like Hololive VTubers don't have official servers for their own. I think there's only like one huge server for all of the VTubers from Hololive, which is like just there. Um, Crony in male outfit on all fours, but like she has a platter placed on her like back, so she's like, you know, kind of a piggy ride kind of thing. There's also a thing with Laplus. There was a clip with Laplus when I think it was Nerissa, where Nerissa was like, you know, doing some S&M kind of thing with her, and you know, like Nerissa was like, uh, you know, going with the things like oink for me or something like this, and you know, Laplus was going in for that. So that's the thing. I have no idea, but that's, you know, in general concept of it. So I guess that might be on with it. So like, I don't know, Nerissa. Maybe let's focus it on Laplus. So like Laplus, pushed to the ground by Nerissa, who has. I want to write who stomps her, but like, it would be like curb stomping, you know what I mean? I don't want to like make it sound violent. I want to make it sound like, you know, kind of fitting to the clip, because apparently like people are still going on with it, so I guess going this way might work. Who I guess I'm just going to write stomping. Who stomps on her? What is that thing? This kind of like a whip, but like for jockeys thing, you know? It's like very typical for like some dominant characters. Riding crop? Probably that. Nerissa preps a riding crop. Okay, I guess. So that's that. I think I could also go with Nerissa having like cat suit or something like that, but not latex. Latex sucks with rendering. For rendering, I don't want to. I don't want to play with that. Hi T, got to hear how your brain has game. Check Google if you wanted that. Wait. Riding crop. I think that. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. I hate the name of it in Polish because it's called Spitzruta. I freaking hate that word already. It doesn't sound Polish even. Like what? But okay, I'm going to keep it as riding crop. But yes, that's exactly that. The riding crop. We don't even have a name for it. Holy shit. But yeah, hi T, glad to be here. How have you been, buddy? How are your drawing adventures going, huh? I remember you were like going somewhere with it. We're traditionally horse people and never felt like using them. Yeah, I've been. You've been okay. As I might understood. Okay. Everybody's making that ICO files. Ooh. I want to actually make some icons for my stuff. Like I want to make some icons for some of my folders. Like I want to make a folder like I want to make folder icons for like my sketches and stuff, so like I could just, you know, also segregate things visually. But I'm wondering what I can do. I guess illustrations could be like, I don't know, the illustrations are making more issues. With reference folder I can just make like image folder, you know, or like boarding thing. Sketches can be just a pencil or something. So yeah, like I can make a lot of ICO files, but like, you know, nah, the easy thing is just take a Viroid and pose it while removing the background, or just crop your old illustrations. Yeah, yeah, but like I want to make the you know, the actual icons with like why I can't remember the name of that type of files. It's pretty darn time consuming. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, I can see that. Um, Vector. There we go. I want to make vector images of those and make icon files from vectors. This way, I'm going to actually have also something for portfolio that I want to do. You know, which is actually quite important. You know, this is one of the things. Icon is not vector. Yeah, but like, you know, I guess it's going to be easier to make icon out of vector file because vectors are going to keep the crispiness, right? It's technically a BMP. Bitmap? Is it? Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, they have to be bitmaps. Don't I know? But don't bitmaps actually have kind of similar thing with vectors where they just retain the sizing when they're compressed and whatnot? I don't remember now. I hate this. There's just way too much. No, yeah. That's the most problematic. There's just way too much around those. That's why you need a bunch of sizes of them for apps. Yeah. Usually it's like small, medium, and big for Windows icon sizes. You know. At least for PCs. That's interesting though. I want to actually about apps and like stuff because I don't know, it's like very convoluted logic, but I want to get a new phone. I've actually picked one. I'm going for Nothing Phone. I have no idea why is it called Nothing Phone, but I've heard some quite cool stuff about it. Especially I'm going for Nothing Phone for A because it's got like 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of built-in memory, which is actually something that I don't have on my current phone. Very few apps handle it properly. Yeah, there's some shenanigans that can store multiple sizes in one. Imagine you open the box app and there's nothing. Imagine. Imagine, that's actually crazy. Oh my. Oh my. Now the question, folks. What next illustrations should I go for with things? See jerry rigs and reviews first. That's the thing. I've seen reviews and they were saying that Nothing phones are popping off, are not as good. I see. But like, that's the thing. I'm looking at the reviews and they are saying that they're like compared to some the previous ones. The one I've got, it's pretty okay, pretty good, and like I don't really need like God knows how huge phone because I'm not really going to play on it like God knows how advanced games. I'm not going to play. I don't think I'm going to play ZZZ or like any other like huge games on it. Like most importantly, I'm looking for a price. Yeah, but they are expensive for what they provide. That's the thing, it's not. The one I'm getting is 1800 PLN. That's relatively cheap for a phone. Relatively cheap for a phone. Really. I don't really want to push you, but I think you can draw Kaikel fan art for their birthday on March 14th. For now, I have to like prioritize growth of the channel. Like, that's the thing. You can get a Google Pixel for way less. Yes, but Google Pixel is not really as good as I go for. Alright, yeah. Yeah. So like, you know, Kai is not necessarily, you know, huge for supporting growth. Unfortunately, that's like, you know, I have to keep in mind two modes. So like, first of all, I want to figure out growth supporting illustrations, you know, or Galaxy S24, 25. Galaxy S24, 25, they are way more expensive. If you want growth, just become a female VTuber. That's the thing. No, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna. Because you don't have to. You don't have to worry about that. Like, you know, considering the art, you know? But true, like, feminine VTubers are the curse of being a male VTuber, yeah, because you're a niche of a niche. VTubers are already, like, having... VTubers are already a niche. And male VTubers are a niche of it. You know? Which means there's far more female VTubers than male VTubers. And it's a rare thing to see those. And you're a half-naked guy, lol. Yeah, I need to like work on my model. I figured I found a post where they're talking about the fact that actually how's it called? I can genuinely make a VTuber model in a freaking spine. There's a way for it. Well, on a general appeal, I think most girls wouldn't like this look, so yeah. Although more Ikemen-ish, maybe. But like, you know, it's not about the thing. Davis himself is a character from my comic book. It's like more of like his quote-unquote traditional outfit, where because it's like the outfit of like people from the island he comes from, but actually his full outfit is looking way different. You've actually seen him. It's the one where he has like jeans and the red coat on him. There's no code for the top, but I know how it could be improved. Oh, you mean the VTubing thing? A guy made an app for it. It needs sliding window smoothing and jitter elimination. I see, so that's the thing. Yeah, the VTuber thing. Yeah. I'm still wondering, if I'm going to get a Unity, can I slap in spine model and make a rigging in there? Wouldn't it be also easier for it? It looks really bad in its current form. Yeah, I figured. Guy is like just allowing people to work with it though. But he aims for like full body tracking and such. You want to rig spine in spine. Yeah, but like... Yeah, but like if I will import rigged model from Spine to Unity, isn't there like a code that would allow me to use it as a VTuber model? Wouldn't that be far more like way easier to work with it though? Why would there be? Because it seems like a way easier solution. Like, people are using 3D models in Unity or whatever to like make a VTuber modeling in there. Why wouldn't it work the same way but for 2D models? considering that it's still going to be rigged, just as much as, but they work way differently. Yeah, because it's not like 3D model, but like, you know, what if? What if there would be a chance for it? Like, considering that, for example, you can make a full animation rig for a character, where you're like, just, there's going to be a crap load of work for it, but you can actually make like amphas, 1/4 view, half view, 3/4 view, full side, you know? I think you should check spine rigs and control bones, yeah. But like, you know, I've seen people doing like full animation rigs in spine. I know there's animation software that had either a plugin or just generally a possibility to make like full rigging for the thing. I think it was OpenTunes too. Yeah, and it's like allowing you to actually create like, you know, usually it's some kind of landmark detection tool using OpenCV that looks for specific spots corresponding to 810 control bones. I see. Well, that, I don't know then. I don't know. It seems like such a hassle, such a problematic thing. That's a shame. You know? It's not a big deal. It's just there won't be a good out of the box solution. But what is the difference between rigs in spine to rigs in Life 2D Cubism? What is making it so different that the spine models are not capable to be imported into same software that takes over, that allows you to VTube with models made in Live 2D? Like, what is the general idea? They also have Atlas, has fixed set of morph targets, but can't you also make it fixed in spine? Like, you are making a fixed range of it? Shouldn't it like just do to the limits of what you're making it to? Like, in theory, if I'm going to make a spine model, spine is way more flexible, allowing to do way more stuff. I see. I see. But like, still though, why is it restricting me from using using it for like other stuff? There's no standard for it unless you create your own. Yeah, but like I've let's say I've created a rig, right? I've created a rig for a VTuber, right? My VTuber model in Spine. It's rigged and it's supposed to be, and it's kind of like working in like very basis of what Life 2D model is usually doing. Nothing more. Why am I not capable to import this model into any other software that takes care of allowing you to VTube with the model made in Live 2D? They work way different internally. But aren't they also like rigging 2D images? The spine is just allowing you for way more stuff, which is cool, but like, isn't it like the same kind of situation? What is the huge difference between them? Like, Life 2D doesn't have bones. Doesn't it? Oh yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, no, it does. But they are just not shown in the way that freaking, you know, they're just not shown in the way that the freaking spine is showing it. It's just a bunch of sprite meshes that morph and parent to each other. Yeah, but on the side you have like the sliders, and the sliders are taking care of like substituting the bones, and they are supposedly like, you know, someone's like showing how it's moving because it's like moving the bone in general idea of it. So it's not necessarily like just thing. These are for morphs, not bones. Damn. That's proper inverse kinematics and stuff. Then, how to do a tracking app that would use those inverse kinematic bones, allowing you to create a VTuber model? Because, so, if I understand it right, if I'm going to make a VTuber model in Spine and throw it, I need that sentence again. What is standing in front of making a VTuber model controlling app that is using inverse kinematics with bones and such to allow spine models to work? Because like I'm assuming that those inverse kinematics are, for example, the more give or take the same as 3D models, right? So for has to make I see. So like, for example, if I'm going to take my spine made model and throw it into Warudo, is Warudo actually going to like look at all the bones and start like moving it as it's supposed to? Because it's also using the inverse kinematics, right? Because 3D models also have those. Because like, I'm assuming that Spine is giving you like 3D like bones that you can attach to the doesn't have the Spine runtime to be able to even open the model. Now, what would be easier to make? Like making something like a plugin for Warudo to allow Spine runtime to push through the model and operate the kinematics, or making a whole new app for it? Is this to make a VTuber app from zero? Really? Damn. Well, to be fair, someone who's going to sit down and make it might actually earn a bunch of money. Because existing ones have too many restrictions around the specific formats, I see. Damn. And I am assuming it's going to be absolute hell to actually make it. But if someone makes a VTuber ad for Spine, yeah. Because it might not only be only for like VTubers. There must be constraints on how to rig the spine model. Well, I assume, because it would have to like pick up like eyes, mouth, for example, let's say arms and legs or something. Yes, yeah. So like it will need to like say what's needed. It has to have specific bones. I mean, you know, I think that might be like the little and specific movement ranges, yeah. I'm assuming that it's not going to be really that difficult to work with. Like the moment, because like if you know what goes into VTuber model, you're going to be able to like figure out what bones need to be made, how to make those constraints. It's just up to people to make that model, right? I have to make the control bones that work like the sliders in Live 2D. That's the thing. I've seen people doing spine models for entire characters just purely for animations, and they were actually animating a lot of stuff. They've had even someone even made a bone that was like kind of creating this like manga effect, that, you know, the foreshortening. So like, for example, if the character was like trying to punch something, the guy made like a running character because it was like a presentation. I think he spent like a couple months on rigging that entire model, by the way. But like, he made a character running, right? And making a punch. The punch was like going close, right? But then like he showed that there was a bone that was like controlling the like how the fist is foreshortening. So basically, as he was making that punch, the bone was like, you know, the entire arm and such were like actually foreshortening into the thing, into the certain area, which was a really huge thing. But I have no idea how long the guy spent on it though. It's like, you know. Yeah, I did something similar, but on a smaller scale. So like, in theory, I could, for example, make a character, rig it fully to such extent, and for example, create anime just with that model. Which doesn't make sense for the industry where where there's only like 24 episodes of anime max. Well, like, for example, for a game that might make a lot of sense. Of course, like, you are making constraints for yourself, right? Because like, okay, so let's say I'm making a game where the character is just mostly going to like move around in a certain range of motion, so we are never going to really see the character in certain directions. So you can like just eliminate that, like, you know, cross that from the list, because you're not, why making a full scale of the entire motion range, I guess. Hi Gabuz, glad to have you here. How are you again? You know what? I really don't have any, you know, I really don't have any idea for it. Like Cult of the Lamb? Yes! Yes, Cult of the Lamb, yeah. That's why, like, I'm thinking about making a game, but like, yo, Davis, have you rehydrated yet? No, but I don't think I have anything. I've got a 7-Up and the Darkest Dungeon using it too. Really? I had no idea about that one. I really want to make a game from that, you know? Since I'm already going to work on Godot, I want to, like, first of all, start using just the, like, usual stuff, like, you know, some simple sprites and shit. But over time, when I'm going to actually make a game that I want to do, like, you know, the thing I'm going to work on as of, like, you know, for example, on the channel, I want to be able to work on a spine and make the spine models. I'm kind of thinking of like a view like Cult of the Lamb, and because here's, I think I've talked already about this idea. I want to make like the thing like where you're playing different kinds of crystals, like obsidian, diamond, amethyst, jade, and such. I think I should package up my custom Godot build with spine and web expert. Maybe. Oh my. I made a dumb little square guy and named it Gorb, but it looked too silly. Now I can't stop 3D printing them. Imagine. Imagine so many Gerbs. But that's the thing, you know? Like, I'm thinking about using spine. But who knows? Maybe at some point, I'm like when I'm going to finally learn like C sharp to such extent, I might actually figure out working in other engines, like engines that are going to use, for example, C sharp, and allow me to just use Spine freely without like for example, any risks or anything like that. Just spent way too long trying to add player colors to my game and I can't, so I don't know. It's okay, buddy, it's okay. What's going to be the next illustration that I'm thinking about? I've got only 3 ideas, folks. This is like going dangerously in. Spine is controlled in C sharp too. Yeah, that's that's the thing. And like, to be fair, if I would know C sharp to such extent, maybe I would have an idea how to make a C sharp app that would allow for like facial like workout for video models and such. Maybe it's not that hard, is it? I mean, like the guy love breathing is probably deadly plastic fumes, bruh. Probably, yeah, probably. I think you should open a window. By the way, I am so happy that I can keep my window open and just sit right next to it, short sleeves, and like it's so cool. The whole thing is just so darn cool. But yeah, if like, if only, if only I would know how to make C sharp, how to work with C sharp. I'm assuming that I just need to find like some kind of a detection. Import OpenCV, do landmark detection, import spine model, translate landmark position to control bone position. Done. Huh. I might make a girl ball now that a ball with legs instead of a square guy with legs. Damn. Damn. I guess go for it. Uh, Still like seems really doubting for me. I really need to get back to learning C sharp, but I need to like really gather up my stuff and get more productive. I've got really lazy over time. I've been fighting with myself to make just a little bit of progress. I believe the Gurbangle. No idea, really. No idea, Gillis. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that I want to learn. 3D, I want to learn C sharp. There's way too many things, and I've got way too lazy. I have an internal feeling that I'm also doing this stream also just because I'm too lazy to work on things that I'm supposed to. Or do every kind of Gurbagans? Oh my. Oh my, oh my, my. Chiara working on an assembly station in KFP. Okay. That's a cool idea also. A good GURB, 2 tiny GURBs, and an axle printing. Damn. Like flipping burgers? Yep. For example, yeah. Because like in Hololive, Chiara has like some kind of fast food chain called KFP. So like, why not making her running on some kind of like, chore in the assembly line on that, you know. Marine is known for more naughty things. I might add a channel to my Discord where I just make a GURB and then post it. You imagine? Plus, the uniforms are so effing sexy. Why I haven't thought about it previously? They kinda are. One view, one GURB as a video. I'm a genius. Imagine the confusion people are going to have. Oh no. Or I just connect them with giving me food, which is my weakness. No. There's something weird about this. They are kind of like sexy. There's like a bunch of people drawing characters in fast food uniforms. And now, as you've mentioned it, are one of the best, and that's the most popular one actually being drawn. Like, why I've never really connected the dots? Is that really going on? I'm thinking like, oh, my Axel is made. God damn. I'm thinking on that one. Wait. Marine. I guess walking through the sea. The sea, eating ice cream. I don't know, I never noticed illustrations with fast food uniforms. I've been noticing a lot of them. That's the thing. I'm going to make a note on the uniform though. For Marine, because she's not going to have her usual thing. She's going to wear leggings. No, it was a leg. I believe you can like try to heat it up and like reconnect the plastic together, and it should work. Through this city eating ice cream, but I want to give her leggings. How is the top called without like sleeves? Crop top maybe? With a crop top, yeah, crop top. Some tank top, yeah, or crop top. What's the difference between tank top and a crop top? Or maybe a tube top. Yeah, tube top. Sunglasses. Okay. I'm going to work this one out too. Just the belly. Okay. Thank you. Also, you know what else is sexy? What up? Shows the armpits. Okay. Noted. What up, Zega? Was also sexy. The ankles. Let me find what my girl sent me to buy for her. All right, I am an 18th century gentleman. They are man. I may be printing nothing, another tiny gerb. Bruh. Does this one have a thing? this one does. So I can throw it out normally. Okay. I need to take out my trash from my room. Sent, okay. Let me check. The hell? That's pretty cute, not gonna lie. We've got 5 illustrations. It has bunny ears. Yeah. Sketch lineup plus shading. I'm going to make the thing here. Insert. Oh my. Which one was it? Oh, there it is. No, delete it. Okay, whatever. So we've got Mio and Fubuki, we've got Crony, we've got Laplus and Nerissa, we've got Kiara, we've got Marine. That's 7 different Hololive VTubers. Ina. Ina drinking Bova. I don't know either. What is another like chunkier Hololive VTuber? Yeah, let's go to the talent site of Hololive. Chunkier? Like, with bigger chest, that is. Choco. Yuzuri Choco is known for that. Watame. You mean Bastier? Yes. Although there are also Hololive VTubers that are slightly, you know, seem to be slightly heftier. I think they are more of a it's just an imitation, but like for example Risu from Hololive seems to like be a bit rounder, if that makes sense, but I think it's just her outfit like sticking out like this. Yeah, we don't really get that many. Or Noel, actually. So either Yuzuki Choco, and I think Choco might be the character. Yeah, let's do it. With Yuzuri Choco. Yuzuri Choco. Okay. So basically, Ina is like, it's an idea from that one thing that we've had. You know how we've had this, how is it called? You know how we've had this, this sketch that I've done where Ina was holding a boba cup with her tail, because like, look, I also don't have to use my hands to hold the cup, kind of thing, you know? So yeah. But I've noticed a lot of Hololive quote unquote fandom. Let's say, because like I feel like every VTuber has its own fandom from Hololive, but I'm like trying to throw them all into one like bucket, let's say. Yeah. But I've seen illustrations with also like um one VTuber, one Holomem squeezing tummy of another Holomem. Like there were like, you know, related things. So I guess, you know, maybe Raora Pantera. Because here is the thing, because she always says that she's a big cat, right? Because she's supposed to be the Panthera, right? So like big cat. But like maybe I could make another Holomem, maybe Genmem, even like Gigi, for example. She seems like, you know, might do the like a tummy squeeze or something like this. So that's the thing. And what's very like scary that we have a lot of Hololive. We have 7 illustrations from Hololive. Zen, Froggy, Froggy, Haruka, and Zen, Froggy, Haruka, and Zen, Froggy, Haruka, and Froggy. Group photo, maybe. Yeah. There was recently this huge thing. So I have 2 illustrations. Maybe even one after another, like a sequence. Bay, I think it was on a concert or it was her new thing, right? So like Bay dropped a new song. She was like literally busting it down. It was like the entire like choreography was just like focused around her ass. That was like like every single shot was just like fulfilled with it. So like maybe going with it. And another thing is that the backup dancers that she had got really huge attention, like a lot. So I'm thinking that we can make like Bay dancing, and then like just being like another illustration might be her being like super jealous because the backup dancers got like I think even it was that at some point the backup dancers had more attention than her. So that's the thing. Bay. But I don't know where to go with it. Teasing or dropping it down? Maybe teasing. Mm, based on the song. By being jealous over the bug dancers. There you go. Because that was actually a shot. That was an actual thing. She was actually saying like they've got like really how to say this? They've got like really, you know, really popular or something. I can make Fuwawa teasing Mokoko. What is in Mokoko? Because like they are sisters, right? Siscon. And I don't joke, like it's actual trope in the community that Foa has a Siscon over Mokoko. She's like overly protective. Well, I guess it's a good thing that she's getting protected. Kogeki Nico, I guess I can draw. Kogeki Nico is like quote unquote typical singer type. Kogane Nico, sorry, Kogane Nico. Uh, recording session, I guess. We're back to the freaking Hololive illustrations. I hate this. Iron Mouse doing mischief maybe. She's indie now. I'm thinking because maybe I could add Booby. Maybe I could. To her illustration. I don't know, we'll see. Or maybe some kind of like, you know, as if she got a plushie of Booby or something like that. Also, what's really crazy for me, Jufutei Raden and Kogane Nico literally look like sisters. They have like kind of similar body build, facial structure. I think they even have like same eyes. It's just Raden got her hair like fully black with some like, you know, whiter elements, like darker platinum blonde or something. While Nico got her hairs like bleached or something, and she got like, you know, growing out black segments. It also kind of seems like she's the same person, with just some like adjustments. I don't like Todoroki Hajime design. It's just way too simple. There we go. The one where she just wears all denim. That's like additional design. That's the one that I like. But her original one is just like, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't like the newer designs. They're just kind of like, meh. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But like, for example, like Gigi, Raora, and others are also not that like far away from anything. They're also not that old generations, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Shishiro Botan actually seems also like a cool character, and she's got like very simple design. Like, you don't need like God knows how advanced designs, but I feel like the newer ones are just going for way too high simplicity. Like, I can see that still some of the newer ones are coming out well, but it's just, I don't know, it's just like someone applied a design at 25 at 2359, you know what I mean? I could also do with work out with Mori. Actually, wait. Mori recording sesh. I'm going to add a bracket. Make sure she's going to face the other way, the opposite, not the other way, the opposite way to Nico. There you go. Because I might actually reuse the background for this and make separate illustrations for Mori and Nico, and I'm going to make the assimilated one, 3 versions. So you might actually connect the connect the 2 illustrations into one. Ollie, you know, I feel like I'm going so much into Hololive because there's just so many of them. Also, like Botan, she's known for being like lazy and kind of childish. So like, you know. But like apparently she's good with FPS games, I guess, and like knows a bit about the guns or something. I'm not really sure. I've seen only like some sections of Botan, and I know that she's usually portrayed with like guns and like other stuff. But also she had clips where she was like, you know, she was playing some survival game, and like, you know, oh, you can create a teddy bear. Like, can you craft a teddy bear for me and something like that? And she was like, you know, making like kind of more funny tantrum, because it wasn't really a tantrum. She was like, you know, she really wanted the teddy bear. So Ollie, I don't have an idea for Ollie. I could make another marine artwork, to be fair, and connect it with Ollie. I could also get Chloe on the thing, but Chloe is affiliate now. For those who don't know, affiliate is when VTuber like fully backtracked from streaming, and they're coming back to like festivals or some like, you know, items or something like that. So basically, like, they are not streaming anymore for Hololive, but they are coming back once in a while, right? So like, for example, they make appearances on some streams. They make some you know, some concerts, singing, you know, this kind of thing. That's what affiliate means, at least in Hololive. It's such a shame because I thought that maybe they could become affiliate, but like, and like retain their models and such and channels, but like stream on their own kind of thing. They get plugged out from Hololive, but still be kind of associate with them. Also, recently I found out that people are really digging deep into finding Hololive Hololive streamers and trying to like dox them, get their like faces and stuff. That's like, you know. Let me check again. Yeah, nah, bro. We've got freaking 13 Hololive. I really need much more. But I don't... So maybe that's just Andrea sitting on a throne. Drinking a wine. Maybe. Froggy. Ariel and Zen. Actually, Haruka feels like a person. Haruka, Ariel, and Zen being um being out, or maybe like hanging out like together somewhere in the city, you know. Somewhere in the city. That's indie. That's indie. I don't have much indie VTubers, and that's messed up. Lily, right? Shy Lily, maybe? Shy Lily. But I don't have an idea for her outfit. I was thinking about drawing Shy Lily in a bunny suit because, like, you know, Easter is soon. But maybe I'm going to do something else for Easter. But like Shy Lily. She had recently Kill Bill outfit reveal. She called it Kill Lil. Was it recent? I'm losing count. Like Shy Lily. In a pool. Drinking a cocktail. Yeah. Bao sitting at her desk. Or maybe Bao recently the last illustration we've done of Bao, if I remember correctly, was where she was like working in a garden because she likes that cottage core, you know what I mean? So like basically she just likes this kind of idea of outfits. She likes just the cottage generally, gardening, and she has 2 cats, and that's like more important, right? I'm thinking about getting the thing connected with it. I don't feel like drawing Filion, by the way. Like Filion, I was because I've just got an idea. What about Filion? But like Filion is using a model, a design that she just took from the Viroid like thing, right? That's why, for example, she had an entire drama where the official author of this model um, couldn't actually like the model of the author couldn't actually like well wait she didn't. This was like the third bot today. What? Really? That's crazy. That is crazy. Also, Sheev, thank you for following. Sorry that I that I figured it out just now. Huge thanks for the follows. I really need to set up something to see the notifications about follows. I really do. Oh my. I don't think it's that difficult. I just need to also get a connection to my Twitch channel and get the notification thingy, just as I've got the thing from YouTube, and get the notification from Twitch, and I think it's going to show. By the way, I think it would be cool to have like custom notification screens, and like making the redeems also visible, because the redeems on Twitch can be connected with the Streamlabs, and actually they can be also shown, but people from YouTube will also be able to do redeems and get the things, you know what I mean? That'll be cool. But what can we do with Bao? You know what? At this point I feel like we are going in a direction where I'm just kind of doing, you know, more like the artworks that I've been doing for that, like the one that I've done for Marine, you know, with her, like, you know, that are kind of like softcore kind of things, you know what I mean? Oh, and I've seen there was a guy who made the illustration with Elastigirl from Incredibles, where she's on like some like Oscars or something like that, right? So like just where she's going like dressed all neatly and such, and like, you know, probably about to get some kind of prize or something, and like the like someone from like POV side, so like from like, you know, all around is giving her the artwork that's like, you know, like a quickly and like, how to say this, like a very specific kind of art, you know, which is in like inflation kind of idea, right? And it was drawn in like a very simplistic kind of thing, right? So it was just done very quickly and such. Just not to get into details, because of course, you know, it's about the perspective, right? And I'm thinking that we could do something similar with Bao, considering that she's going around the. You said what on stream? What do you mean? Yeah, like the, you know, never mind. Yeah, like, you know, like that. I think you've sent me that artwork of Elastigirl. You know, that was made by a very specific artist. I think his handle on Twitter it's that one artist or something like that. He's just generally making like very specific artworks that if you are just making a quick glimpse, Kaileri, I think it was it, Kaileri. The artist is just making very specific artworks that are, if you glimpse at them really quickly, you don't really notice things. But the more you are looking at them, you are starting to notice a lot of things. He had this artwork with with the Elastigirl from the Incredibles being at like some prize giving thing, and like someone was giving her, she was like signing an autograph, and someone was like passing on to her like the inflation artwork of her. Like, come on, at this point, like, I think every single person already talked about this. Check out Kyleria on X. Wait, that may give some inspiration? Maybe. But like, you know, it's not like about like going directly into that. It's just about trying to get an idea. And Bao is known for like blueberry stuff for some reason. Wait. Kylery. Device unplugged stuff. Igda, I know what you are. They kept the Walmart bit. Oh yeah, the Pipkin Pippa also is specific. Yeah. From Face Connect, she is, yeah. Yeah. Although I can't find it, it's the very similar artwork, you know what I mean? Oh, yes. That one. Yeah. That's also the thing. Was that this? It seems like a similar style, although here's the thing. I believe there was like crap load of artworks. There's like several artists with the same art style. But I don't know. I want to do something for Bao, but I have no idea. Mm, I can't find it. Like this artist, like for example, making an artwork like "wife for sale" slightly used on a Discount too. But yeah. Uh, yeah, you know. Yeah, I can't find it. I'm just scrolling down and down and down, and I just can't find it. But those are giving some ideas, but it's like, I don't know, those are more of rather unhinged things. A bit too unhinged, you know? Yeah. But like, there's a lot of, from the artworks I see, that actually there's a crap load of play with the there's a lot of play with like back and forth, but in a good way. Kinda. I've seen a lot of those artworks also mostly on Pinterest, to be fair. So yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. Mm, yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, but the style is very specific. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, considering that we're kind of going around certain, like, you know, we're starting to kind of roll around with things. I don't know. It's just, you know, very specific way to work around it. I don't even think there's a way to work around it. I mean, it has a thematic line. Yeah. Lewd and suggestive style without nudity. Yeah. And this is more or less what I want to do. Like, I just want to kind of get around this. But it's not quite necessarily into like direct or indirect thing. I want to also make I also want to make like wholesome illustrations. I want to make some normal stuff because, like, again, for example, I see that majority of my works are literally from Hololive, and each VTuber has their own kind of personal rules on top of the rules that Hololive is providing. Now, considering that, I really feel like there's some, you know, I really feel like there's some way around it. You know what I mean? So, for example, like, sorry, I've backed out. So basically, Mori won't allow. Mori won't allow. Well, Mori doesn't want fan arts that are like placing her in a position where she's smoking or drinking alcohol, because she figured out that most of her majority of her current viewership is actually around kids, right? So neither like lewd stuff or anything like that. So like, for example, she wants to be presented in like, for example, I don't know, like where she's singing or she's just hanging out, drinking coffee, like just normal activities, or if anything, just normal character arts with her design, you know, the site and stuff. That's like as far as she would like, because she doesn't want to have like a, let's say those are like 18 plus thematics, right? So she doesn't want that. So at least from what I've seen on what the people are saying on the internet, right? Yeah. Same with Crony. Crony said that she doesn't want anything related to her breasts. She hates this thematic because people are just going like riding a roller coaster. Nah, like riding a roller coaster might be alright, but yeah, you can do different fun stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, like that. Yeah, like riding a roller coaster. That's the thing. I can do this. Also, like, for example, Crony doesn't like illustrations or just generally works that are like focusing around her breasts, because she made a live request for that. She said that she doesn't want that because I guess she just finds it like belittling or something like that. You know, like just generally like she doesn't feel good with it. And I'm not, it's like objectifying her too. So like, and I guess she also called it like that, like as if she's getting objectified, and she just doesn't feel right with it. So like, sure, like you can do other suggestive stuff, for example, but I guess it's not necessarily like it would be better if those suggestive or lewd stuff wouldn't be necessarily like focusing around her chest, right? Because she just doesn't like that. Playing arcade game machine showed that bad instead. Yeah, for example, right? So like that's the thing. That's the thing. So like there are many different things, many different like little stuff that at some point were huge around the community, but the VTubers said no, stop, no, I don't like that. And those are those mini rules, and I have to watch out for those mini rules when I'm going to work on the fan arts for them, because that's more important for me. Like the comfort and happiness of the VTuber is more important for me than, for example, like getting a lot of like likes or anything around that. I have so many fun ideas sometimes. I mean, you know, like if you have an idea for someone or some design, like I wouldn't mind. You know, you can give me requests too. But like at this point, I feel like I got an illustration where somebody kicking a vending machine because something stuck. Yeah. I'm just going to write that Bao receiving weird artwork, but I'm going to just make her like look at the art at the paper, and she's going to have like disturbed face. Nah, I just have concepts. Hmm. Okay, I think I don't even know VTubers. It's okay. Like, just those concepts are going to be good enough for me. Like, for example, I can make Cecilia, like, which is like more robotic kind of VTuber from Hololive 2. Um, like, try to work stuff out with the vending machine, and meanwhile, some other gen mate, for example, or someone else from Hololive is just going to kick the vending machine. So, like, oh, like, and that like upsets her because like machine, I guess. There's Filian and Lucy Pyre. That's the thing about Filian. Filian doesn't have her own design, so I don't know if I even supposed to make a artwork for her. I guess I can do Filian getting maybe here I can make like I'm just saying I can know only those two. I see. But maybe like I can do something for Filian because like, also with Chacha because like I think Chacha is her like mother or something like that. Getting pet by Chacha. Maybe. Let's do that. And we've got in total 20. Yeah, 20 sketches is okay. That's like a good thing. We are going to work on them for a while. So I feel like that's good. That's good. You know what would be funny? Yeah? Drawing Pika? Pika? Why would it be funny? She's also receiving fan arts. Another artist would react. I mean, some artists are also like, really liking it. Like personally, if I would receive a fan art, I would like die out of happiness. Like that's the thing. Like I really want to receive fan arts. Like okay, I'm an artist, but like it's like another level of appreciation. You know what I mean? I guess I can do it. Pika playing games, maybe. And she's indie. Yeah, so I guess that's the thing. Also, is feeling an indie or Face Connect? Does she have any association? Alien is lost. Nah, I don't see her actually having anything. Because it was just an example. Yeah, any other art VTuber. Because it's just an example. I mean, I don't know any other art VTubers. I mean, Raora is an artist. Ina is an artist. And Picat is on top of that too. There's a bunch of other artists. A lot of VTubers are actually turned artists. But yeah, I guess, I guess that's that. We've got a bunch of ideas. I guess we can end the stream now. I need to eat something and get back to like working on my shit. Probably gonna get another coffee. Oh, I've slammed the cup on my desk by an accident. I have no idea what happened. Yeah, folks, thank you all so much for coming around and just being active in the chat. Also, Sheev, thank you so much for following. And yeah,